everyone, it's Maria, and today is a homeschool video. Monday marks our first day of school, and while we do have a little bit of summer travel left and some summer projects that I'm wrapping up the loose ends on, I wanted to share with you a quick video of my favorite 5 homeschooling essentials, 4 of which you probably have access to. The 5th one you may or may not have, but I think is worth the money. So I will go ahead and jump right in. So the first one I'm going to share with you is the one that you might not already have. And this is a Spotify membership. Now, I know you can get free Spotify and just listen to the ads, but for me, it was worth the Spotify membership for a few reasons. First of all, nothing calms crazy children or crazy moms more than music, in my opinion. So we can listen to some music, just some classical, low, relaxing music while we're working on copy work or while we are doing just more of the hands-on projects that we do. I can download playlists and listen to them while we're in the car. There are so many great musics and spoken word things that I had never heard of until I just looked them up on Spotify. So that has been really cool. And with the membership, I can control what we listen to. So I don't have to worry about skipping and all that stuff. I can curate the list a lot better. We found some funny, I think probably from the 60s, some spoken word artists, the Smoth Brothers, or they do kind of, I think they're the Smoth Brothers. I'll link them below. They do kind of funny Aesop fables with songs. They did an American history one. We've looked up colonial music from the Revolutionary War period. We've listened to just various composers. Beethoven lives upstairs. Some of those albums that have the story along with the music. Peter and the Wolf, that was available on Spotify. There's so many different albums that I specifically wanted to get that maybe I couldn't get from the library or wanted right away. And I was able to download those onto Spotify and listen immediately. So for that, it is worth a membership for me. And I think I'm actually going to be upgrading to the family membership because then we can play from multiple devices at once. My 3-year-old currently listens to either The Sound of Music, Beauty and the Beast, Moana, or Frozen soundtrack every single night. For a while, she was listening to Beethoven in there too, but anyway, that's where we are right now with a 3-year-old. The second thing that I think is an essential is something you probably have, or if you don't have, you probably will be replacing anyway, and it's fun pens. Again, fun writing utensils make things a little bit more interesting when you're having to do schoolwork. And I found these on recommendation from Project Happy Home. I love her channel. If you haven't watched that for homeschooling, she's totally worth it checking out. These are Parku erasable clicker gel pens. And I am so impressed with these. She had them on her channel and did the whole erasing and everything, and I just was blown away and wanted to try it. I got the 10-pack, although I will be ordering smaller packs for my boys. Great color, really easy to write with. The one thing it took me a while to figure out was the clickable part. So this is the eraser up here. The clickable part is on that thingamajig, whatever that's called, the hooker on thing. I don't know. Anyway, fun pens, it's essential. Number 3, great mugs. I am trying to minimize everything in our house, and one thing that drives me crazy is that at the end of the day, it seems like there are 20 cups that are dirty, and I have no idea why that there are 20 cups that are dirty. I didn't drink out of 20 cups. I have my one favorite cup that I always drink out of. So I started thinking, what if each of my kids only had 1 cup and they really loved it enough that they really wanted to have just that 1 cup every single time? Then I don't have a problem and I can get rid of all the other cups, or at least put them up high until we have guests over. So this is my cup. I got this. It says it's all good. I got it from one of my best friends on my 30th birthday. It's got a yellow sunshiny inside. It's big enough to like chug water. Do not fill this with hot chocolate or you will have so much sugar in your system it won't go well. I don't know that from personal experience at all. But anyway, this is my mug. I also picked out one for each of my kids, and I will have that arriving next week for the first week of school. I procrastinated a little bit on getting it, but I thought it was worth picking out a really great mug that they loved so that I don't have to wash them all the time, and they just have their mug. And then whenever we do what I'm calling poetry tea time Brave Writer Lifestyle calls it that. I'm calling it the Finer Things Club from The Office because I saw that somewhere and thought it was genius. Every day I will do a little bit of reading out of either Shakespeare or a nature book or poetry. We can do an art study, and we're just going to have tea and a fancy snack and call it the Finer Things Club. So that's what we're going to do with our mugs. The fourth thing are games and Lego. I don't know how many games or Legos you have. We have a lot at our house, and I'm not talking about video games. I'm talking about tabletop games. There's so many great ones. I will have to do a different video on those, but Ticket to Ride, Scrambled States of America, Yahtzee, Prime Climb, so many different card games, even Matching Memory. There's just so many good games out there now, especially if you're doing educational things. It would be a long list. But I really recommend looking at the subjects that you're doing and picking up some games. Also, check out your Goodwill. I actually picked up a Professor Noggin's American History card game for $2 yesterday at the Goodwill, and we can listen to it in the car, read different questions to each other. It's just a very fun way to break up your day. Legos are great because you can have them either build things that you're learning about or do a stop motion of the history lesson. Perhaps make a Lego reproduction of an animal cell or a plant cell or the water cycle or something along those lines. There's so many great things you can do. We have a Lego creativity book that has different flags of the world you can create with Lego. There aren't enough things you can do with Lego. There aren't any limits to things you can do with Lego. Anyway, so that's my number 4. And number 5 might be a little unconventional. It's your outside area. We have a smaller house and 3 kids who need some space but also like to annoy each other as like a fun hobby. So I am trying to create miniature inviting areas all throughout the house and our property so that I can send them to different places. We have a reading chase by the front window. We have this table right here for writing and just playing on. We have the kitchen table. We have the couch in the family room. They have their bedrooms or their bed. And then I've been trying to kind of upgrade our deck area. I put a nice rug out. I have a chase out there. I let them bring out blankets and pillows as long as they bring things out. Make sure that they bring back library books inside because otherwise you end up paying for water damage from rain. Again, I don't know this from personal experience at all. But I think it's worth having a nice area. And sometimes we all 3 go out there and just sit at the table and do our schoolwork out there. I'm actually going to probably try and get back to our 1 day a week outside time, whether it's here or at the local park. There's plenty of pavilions. You can go and do the school there. There aren't limits to what you can do with homeschool, so take advantage of those things. So those are my 5 favorite homeschool essentials that probably won't cost you much more than you're already paying, and I think they are well worth their value in gold. So I will talk to you all later. Bye.